Welcome, welcome to what I still love to call loops and scoops. It's like as good as ice cream and no bad side effects. And one of the things I was thinking about this morning, I want to credit Eric. Some of you know Eric Iverson, and a wonderful dancer and transformation leader through movement. And he has been leading a course that includes loops and scoops, and he talks about the medicine of attention. And I really love that. I'd like you to just consider that your attention is a medicine, that the way that you use your attention is just as valuable as what you might have in your so-called medicine cabinet. So in my medicine cabinet, I have breathing and moving and eating well and connecting. And we forget that connecting both deeply with ourselves and with others is medicine. And so I want to be sure that you're giving yourself lots of this basic nutrient that we all need. And one of the things that I'd love to have you do as we're exploring today is to think of any particular qualities of attention that you would like. Because what I've been starting to do at the end of our time together is asking people to give and receive their attention with different qualities infused. So you're probably all used to now having infusions. We have infusions everywhere in your candles, in your drinks, in your water, even infusions. And so why not have an infusion of intention with your attention? So take a moment to notice what quality you regularly circulate with your attention. For most people, it's some form of criticism. It's some form of, oh, you forgot that, or you didn't do that, or what's the matter with you, or are you ever going to learn? And I'd like you to notice if you've been doing any of that. So not if you've been doing that all the time, but if you've been doing any of that. And if you have, I'd like you to take a moment right now to find out where is that coming from, because usually it's coming from your head, and it's programs, patterns, things that you've learned that you just keep circulating through your attention. So I'd like you to just drop down first into your heart area, your heart and the back of your heart, where you back yourself up. And if you can, if you've done your yoga recently, you can put one hand on your heart and one hand on your back in that same area. And I'd like you to let yourself, creating an easy, pleasant through your whole out breath. I've been practicing this long enough that I can feel the reverberating through my chest and into my hand. And now I'm feeling into, can I feel it reverberating? Yes, I can feel it reverberating in my back, through my back into my hand. So I'd like you to just play with for a moment, and letting your attention settle into your heart and into your back. And letting your rich attention just circulate around that area in you, circulating around your back and then into your front. And then I'd like you to make the circle bigger so that you're letting that attention circulate a little bit wider and then returning home and circulating a little bit wider and returning home. So we so often, it goes out and then we never get it back. So you may realize 2 hours later, wait a minute, where am I? So the basic practice is letting the circle get bigger and then come back home again. So that you let this be your home base rather than out there. because the out there is so compelling. And it's gotten even more compelling deliberately over many years now. So it's like, whoa. So I'd like you to create the same wow and in here. And I want to experiment with now dropping your awareness into your belly and letting one hand be on your belly around your umbilicus, your belly button, and let your other hand be in the back of that on your waist. And I can just barely feel the down in my belly. But what I'd like you to do is with your breath, take that into your belly. And then let the out breath bring it up through and then coming back to your belly. And I like to add the you can add the on an out breath. Letting it settle even more into your belly. And this would be a good time to add in some scoops. So you've got your and then I'd love you to do some scoops that come into your belly, reaching out and into your belly. And then you can let your attention circulate from your belly and then coming back. So much fear circulating right now. So to give your belly some attention, and the back of your belly is where you get your oomph, and it's the center of where you move. And so it can also get very kind of out there and forward and into speed. So letting yourself do love scoops and then back to your belly, and do a love scoop in a different direction. And you might scoop up like you're gathering whipped cream, you're scooping up lots of it and then bringing it back to you. So you're filling your belly with the nutrient of attention rather than with speed and adrenaline. And I'd like to invite you to let the loop come out and back. Let it be going wider and then back. So that you're letting heart and or belly be your home base for circulating your attention. And the other thing that that occurred to me that I wanted to share with you this morning that has to do with incorporating, receiving, integrating the attention. You can keep moving. You don't have to sit down again just because I am. So let yourself be up, be on the floor, be moving around. Just letting your attention come back home to you. I want to integrate also the pause. Many of us have lost our pause, and we've lost our pause, but we've also lost our pause, the ability to just go, and not, so that's more a freak out freeze or an, oh my God, rather than a, So I'd love to have you let your attention go out. Like I'm noticing across the street where they have repainted the whole school and it looks really lovely. And I'm thinking about the caring intention to do that. And then I'm coming back home to me and pausing. And when you pause, I'd love for you to think of that pause as a stone dropped in the pool and it ripples. Just letting that ripple settle in. And then letting your or your circulate out and around and back to you. And pause. And notice when you pause, do you feel a settling? how do you experience the pause? So sometimes I'll notice, like I'm noticing, Holly, you touching your shoulder. I was just going to say, I notice that over the day, my shoulders can just gradually sort of creep up, as I'm shouldering all the burdens of the day and all the unexpected. So ah, the pause is it's kind of like a little inner mini trampoline where you just pause and reverberate. So letting yourself play with circulating your attention, and then coming back to you. I was also thinking of, sometimes you'll put when there's a row of pebbles and you put one in and they spread out, or marbles as they're getting distributed. Can you feel the distribution of that attention in you? So that's a whole other way that we could do loop, is we can loop up and let it down through and then pause. So scooping love and letting it down through. And Michelle, do we have any qualities of attention that people want to have directed to them?
None have come in yet, so feel
Okay.
free to send
Yeah.
one in.
Yeah, feel free to send one in. We've been doing a lot, so you may have even forgotten that invitation, but you're totally welcome to do that. What I would like to have you do is look at the other people who are on the call and see if there's someone you don't know. And even if you just see their name there and you go, oh, I don't think I know that person. And I'd like you to let yourself gather up your attention and like you to let it circulate out and around that person and then back to you.
We
And
have
let yourself,
raindrop. Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, we have raindrops and
Oh,
appreciation.
oh, great. Well, those are beautiful. Those are great. Yeah, because we've been experimenting with raindrops and appreciation. The quality of appreciation is to either be sensitively aware of that. And I love the for that, because I get, what's going on here? And also to focus on what you are enjoying, what you can see is really unfolding and radiant and beautiful about this person. Letting yourself just acknowledge that with your attention and then come on back to you. So raindrops out and then raindrops back. And pause. And appreciation out, maybe to somebody else that you don't know or that you think, oh, I'd like to know you better. Oh, what the, oh, I love the quality of your skin. You can be saying that to yourself and sending out that appreciation, and then raindrops back to you. And then just to play with someone that you know that isn't on the call, that you'd like to send some raindrops of appreciation to. We could certainly use them here, so bring it. Just raindrops. Forget the appreciation, just the raindrops, please. Rain dance is always welcome, but sending your appreciation, maybe of someone you're thinking, oh, I can feel that my attention would be a medicine for them, and just letting it, your attention can travel through time and space. So go ahead and let that happen and really let it circulate around them and then back to you. And take a moment to notice if you've increased your bandwidth for joy, if you've increased your bandwidth for presence, And I invite you to let this be a coming back to practice. If at any time during the week you start feeling overwhelmed or there's so much to deal with, just letting yourself circulate the medicine of attention from your heart, from your belly, coming on back home to you, pausing. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for being with me today. It's just lovely to see all of your faces and your beings and your radiance. So, until next time, I'm going to go ahead and take leave, and you're totally welcome to stay and share and